Yes, yes, yes! And I'm calling it the Nonary Game! Epidex Edition!
Hey guys, and welcome back
Ambidex gates now opening
to VLR. So we voted ally, and I kind of glossed over it, but in fact, is there a file about it now? Sun key map for a supplementary rules. Nothing else there. So we got the I can pull that up. Just give me a sec. Log. Yeah, there we go. I'll read that in a second. Memo. I'm gonna clear this. Why? Yes. So we've got, I probably explained this in Zero Time Dilemma when it came up, but the Ambidex game is just the prisoner's dilemma. And I'm sure at some point the game will explain this. So there's Sigma and Phi here. And we had Luna here. And Sigma and Phi here. That's an S, in case you weren't aware. And Luna here. So, if we pick ally, and Luna picks ally, both Sigma, Phi, and Luna all get 2 BP, which takes us from 3 to 5 to 7 to 9, and then we win. So it takes 3 rounds to win. 3, 5, 7, 9. It's 3 rounds to win. If we pick ally and Luna betrays us, Luna gets 3 BP and we get -2. This way. So Luna will go from 3 to 6 to 9 and win in 2 rounds. Whereas we will go from 3 to 1 to whatever and die. Which is bad. Because as Phi just told us in literally half a second before we had to push a button, if you go to 0, you die. This will get talked about a little more, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. If we betray but Luna allies, we get... I should actually do this in blue because we allied. There you go. That's for your 3D goggles. If Luna allies, she'll lose 2, but we'll gain 3. And the same like time results happen over here. If both of us betray, nobody gets anything. So, I'm going to clear this real quick because I didn't give myself enough room. Us, Luna, and then we have ally. Ah, fuck. This chart is hard to draw the way I want. If we ally and she allies, we betray, she betrays. Ta-da. So, let's get into the nitty gritty and waste an entire episode not actually going through visual novel. Everybody gets +2. +2. +2. Which means that one thing. Let's just cover how we. In fact, let's just cover the player here. We just want our choice. Important. Okay. If we betray, and she gets. If she betrays and we ally, we lose 2, which means between the both of them, our net is 0. If we betray and she allies, we get 3. But if we both betray, we get 0, which means our net is 3. Our minimum is 0, and here our minimum is... Oops, let's color code this. I'm taking the time to waste time this episode, so I might as well do it. We get 3 or 0, whereas here we get... Well, that's just writing the same box again. So 3 plus 0 is 3 divided by 2. We get a net of plus 1.5. Whereas here we get plus 2 minus 2 is 0 divided by 2 is 0. So we get a net of 0 either way. So, over the long game, it makes more sense for us to betray. However, that means it also makes sense for Luna to betray because her chart looks the exact same except it says Luna here and other guys here. And if we both betray, we get 0. If nobody does anything, everybody allies. So, this is literally a game where the winning move is not to play. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, anyway. I'm trying to read the old log. Okay, let's go back to that. As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running towards the monitor, shoving and pushing it closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma? Don't play dumb. You chose ally, didn't you hear me? I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Yeah, I heard you. A whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken half a second just to process what you said.
Done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity. Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it? Well, am I wrong?
I mean, if I didn't have a plan to just pick ally and then pick to betray and then pick, yes, she would be right because I would have paused and thought about it. And this is a very interesting representation of the player pausing and thinking about it. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, fine. Let's be generous and say, hypothetically, that you're right about this crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? Let me be straight with you. Your shit is whack. Hella whack. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how if your BP hits 0 you die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! Let go! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's different this time.
Huh? This time? Hey, Vi, hold on. Shit.
Good. Looks like you're all here.
Finally, let's get ready to rock!
Ambidex game!
Round 1!
The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Here we go! Sigma doesn't get one. So, we can see all the votes. Ta-da! Okay, so as you see, Kate and Clover betrayed Alice. They got 3 and now are at 6, and she's down to 1. Dio and Quirk betrayed Tenmyoji. They're now at 6. He's at 1. We played long with Luna, so we're all at 5.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
You might have noticed that I think we shifted there.
Oh,
I
no,
could be
it's
wrong about
nothing.
that.
You don't have to thank me. I only did what anybody would have done.
Did I not read my line? Oh, fuck. Let's get rid of that before I remind myself how much time I wasted there. Thanks, Luna. That was my line. I read it.
You and Fi.
Best voice actor. Expect me as lead role in Persona 6. When Luna glanced away, I threw Fi what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Tenmyoji's voice.
Quark, What happened?
No, it wasn't me. Mr. Dio tricked me. He told me he'd pick Ally. He promised. That's why I let him do the voting.
Is this true, Dio?
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
What?
Squat. Clark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote. And you wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray. To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard. He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go. What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave? I've got a plan. Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me. He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh? Alright, let's do it.
You're lying! I never should have trusted you! Dio! You're a lying jerk!
Oh no, Dio!
Sure, kid. Keep whining. See if I care.
If I cared more, I'd like splice some JoJo in over that line where he shouts Dio's name.
Grandpa, you believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
I wonder. I don't think it's the case, but man, if Dio's voice actor was the same as the Dio from JoJo, that would be fucking sweet.
I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be.
How long have you known Quark?
If you were lying to me.
Since I know who Tenyoji is.
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be. Hook, line, and
I don't remember if they ever actually explained the Tenyoji Quark relationship.
That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
So if you don't already hate Dio, you will later.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
It looked as though another argument had taken place while Dio and Quark were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game. Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Additionally, there's no way you could jump from 3 to 9 in one round, since you can only go 3, 6, 9 or 3, 5, 7, 9. So there's gotta be a minimum of 9 rounds. If the default is everybody pick Ally, you just have to not attend for 3 rounds and you'd all win, which is the right way to do things. But the fact that he says round 1 and the fact that you cannot literally get from 3 to 9 in one round, you have to have a minimum of 2 rounds, means there's definitely 2 rounds.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the
Oh,
AB game was
well,
to get
fuck me
nine
for
points
jumping the gun, I
impossible without a
guess.
second round?
Yeah, I guess
I'll just shut up from now on.
you're right.
Just go back to drinking my spirits away.
When?
I
He doesn't
Why
know.
not?
don't know. The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right, you are. So, let me just close them.
Way to go, Luna. They could have all jumped back in and voted again. Sped shit up.
Ambidex gates have closed.
I'm not a fan of the Ambidex thing.
Round 2 of the
And yet-
Ambidex game will be the
Screw me.
moon round.
Moon round.
Moon cards
Oh,
will be
right.
required.
I completely forgot about that shit. So, yeah, we can't use these sun cards anymore. We have to do another colored room.
Yes, indeedy. Now,
You'll have to look the cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party open until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
No. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on.
Of course, you could also get stuck just below 9 BP. where every bunny just keeps going back and forth and back and forth, maybe 2 points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5, round 100, round 2000. You might even go all the way up to round 24,009,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
Smartass. There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people exactly?
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are their rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Ziggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic door, maybe it's not 100% true.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But, wait. Hold on a minute. Do these things even come off?
Oh, yes!
They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Bio. I think you already know.
Oh, shit. Calling him out?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do.
Oh, well, it's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is. Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round. Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything?
Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game. There. That's pretty clear, right?
If I had to guess,
I'd say it's going to be 10 mealdy or less. One or the other. Or... it might be both of them.
What?
Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized. Just like when you break the rules. I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
You mean the needles in our bracelets are going to activate and we'll die?
Correct, Ziggy. Full marks.
Yes! So, fine, right. But how'd she know before Zero told us?
I see. Alice and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well,
Is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew, right? Right, Fido?
Yeah, I guess so.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people, so long as you had the right bracelets. Bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building, or if your heart stopped. If your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelets would activate, killing you.
one last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait, you've already got those bracelets. Have a look. The color's changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, it did change. Mine changed from red to cyan.
Me too. Mine's cyan now.
Mine too. Wait, I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
You're right. Mine switched from solo to pair.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
The 3 of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow, and it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm a pair.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random. No rules or anything. Now,
I feel like there should be some sort of system in place for
all
that,
of
but
that
whatever.
explained,
I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here. Right? I'll never see you guys again.
Did you really think I was gonna cry? Nah, 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 nah. Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
What the? You fucking dick.
You mad? Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Have a nice tragedy.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
What happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Beep. Yeah, it looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking. And if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn. How the hell did I end up here? What? Why me? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I hadn't pissed anyone off, at least not this bad. I didn't owe anybody money, and my family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was hoping to get a fat ransom payout for me, they were going to be very disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't some kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete, and I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on His earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know it yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening and mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group server? No. Had I witnessed an assassination? No. Had I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yes. But it was just the one time, and she was the one who went after me. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put in the Nonary game, I couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? I thought back to what I'd been doing right before I was taken. The memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. December 25th, 2028. Early morning, California desert. The moon was beautiful. I just finished writing a paper that was due that day. I'm sorry, you writing it the day it was due? God damn it, Sigma. And was heading to my car from the research building. The parking lot was empty and a bright moon cast sharp shadows across the chilly pavement. The last time I looked at the clock, it said it was 2 in the morning, which meant that today was Christmas Day. So why was I at school, typing away feverishly on Christmas? You had a paper due on Christmas? Fuck. There were 3 reasons. First, my home computer had suddenly decided to eat shit. When I hit the power button, I just got nothing. I didn't have the time to spend all night troubleshooting the stupid thing, so I headed back to campus to use one of the school machines. Second, the professor in charge of my research group was a Buddhist. Christmas didn't appear to have any sort of significance to him, and part of me couldn't shake the thought that he was trying to make some kind of point. My girlfriend had broken up with me a week before. I'm sorry, I don't think we should see each other anymore. Goodbye. All I got was that one cold email. Try as I might, I couldn't even get in touch with her. Of course, that meant I wouldn't be attending the party we'd been planning on going to. Somehow I didn't think drinking by myself around a couple of happy couples would be really a good idea. At any rate, I'd stay up all night to finish my paper and email it off to my professor before the sun began to rise. As I walked across the parking lot, I felt light. Perhaps it was the relief of finishing my paper, or perhaps it was the 5 energy drinks I chugged to stay awake. Perhaps it was both. I slid into my car and stuck the key into the ignition after only 2 tries. I twisted the key. Nothing happened. Huh? I jiggled the key in the slot and tried again. And again. And again. On the 5th try, the engine made an odd creaking noise like metal on metal and fell silent. God damn it! You stupid piece of shit! I screamed and pounded on the steering wheel, but nothing worked. The console was about to get a visit from my fist when... Huh? Whoa! What the hell is this? Why is my car smoking? I clawed at the door, and for a moment I thought that it was just my panic and lack of sleep that were keeping me from opening it. It wasn't long before I realized the truth. Shit! Open, goddammit! What was going on? My mind was racing, trying desperately to puzzle out what was happening through a haze of fear and caffeine-fueled neuron misfires. That was when I saw it. Just a glimpse in the rearview mirror, but I was certain. There was someone behind my car. I spun around as fast as a very tired college student sitting in a car can. Who's there? My vision started to swim as the smoke filled the car. The more that I inhaled, the heavier my body felt, and I could already feel the world starting to go dark. The last of my strength failed, and I collapsed sideways in the passenger seat. My eyes slowly drooped closed. When they opened again, I was in the AB room with Phi. Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity, but even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, we needed to at least try and find another way out, so I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight, and headed off. So we can take a look around. I'm gonna probably clip the episode here.